Dehya is one of the most misunderstood characters, but she doesn't have to be. Right now, with Xilonen out, she just keeps getting better in my opinion. And I will say that right now, this is one of my favorite teams is running a Burning Dehya team with Farina and Xilonen. And as you can see, everyone's doing damage. Dia's getting boosted by both Farina and Xilonen, and it's just a fun overall team. And I enjoy using this team a lot, and especially now with Xilonen. I've been using Dia and Emily since I got Emily. I've been using Dia Burning Team since since Tumeru, so Emily just made it even better. I don't have to use my Nahida here. So it's a fun team, and it's a team that can get the job done. The next team I tried was taking Emily out, putting Bennett in. My problem with this team that I had was just I do have a C4. My rotation a little bit in generating energy for her was a little bit off on here. I run my Farina on a key. I can probably switch her to another Fav, and probably help with my energy issues. Obviously, rotation energy issues. But if you don't have energy issues and you have your rotation better than me, I am not a pro. Then I think this team you're gonna see larger numbers with this team because of Bennett, Shilonen, and Farina, and it can probably be just as fast as the other team. I just love Burning and Emily more, so that's why I have more fun with the other team. But this team gets the job done as long as the energy issues are met. I do have a 300 ER Bennett, so running on a fast, so I shouldn't have had energy issues. So obviously, it's probably my rotations. But then again, with C4, it's a little bit easier. So here we swapped out Bennett. We put in Kazuha. Same thing as the other Bennett thing. I really didn't like this one as much. Maybe it's because I'm trying kind of getting over Kazuha. So a lot of times I find myself not using him as much. Um, but again, having Kazuha and Xilonen on the team, just Kazuha's on VV, full EM, and it's he's on a Zepho's blade. So maybe I could have put him on a Fadge on this team, and again, with the energy, um, I personally I just didn't have as much fun with this team. But again, it still works, and it's a team that works and gets the job done as long as you get the energy. Obviously, this little Hydro bastard here, having more pyro being applied would have gotten through this a lot faster. So this was the team that probably took the longest because of that. Because Dia was my only pyro person. So against this enemy, probably suggest another pyro person. And last but not least is obviously taking Farina out and doing the Kazuha, Shilon, and Bennett team. Again, this team, you're gonna see good numbers here. You're gonna see you're doing her job. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, you know, insert pyro DPS does bigger numbers." Well, yeah, of course. Any other pyro DPS is gonna do bigger numbers because Dia, at the heart of it, isn't a DPS. Which is why I say she's the most misunderstood character because even in her introduction video, they said it was skill based, but people tend to not pay attention. And the crafters, content creators told them she was a DPS, and that's why they are disappointed. But I would say before C4, I wouldn't even use her as a main DPS. I didn't, and I'm a Dia main. I've always used her as a pyro driver and as a skill based character. This is why I went for Varasha Glow on her from the outstart. So I ran her on the VG set. Um, since VG set came out. I stopped farming for her 4.0. So this is the set I've had on her, that I farmed for a few months before we went into Fontaine. And Fontaine, in my opinion, made her better. Obviously, Farina makes her better, and now we're in that line. And Bernie Meta, Emily, Kanish can use her. Xilonen, in my opinion, she just keeps getting better. And as you get constellations for her, once you get to C4, that's when I would start using her as a full on DPS. C1, C2 improves her skill base abilities the most, but at C4 is when you start transitioning because you no longer have to worry about energy issues as much and you can just focus on percentage damage. If you already have a set with that, then you're all set.